Okay, so this is a video for installing Ubuntu. It's going to be on the virtual machine, but it would be essentially the same on the Lenovo T61 laptop that we have for our group. The only difference is that you would need to get into the BIOS for the T61 and enable a USB boot, which is a little bit complicated, but when the machine's starting up, you just press F12, and that brings up the boot menu. I can show you what that looks like, I guess, in this little screen here. But yeah, my webcam isn't going all the way over there. Let me get it on a better picture here. Okay, where's my flag time? There it is. So this is what the boot menu looks like when it starts up, and then you have to go into startup, boot, it's already selected, and then you have to enable USB HDD, and I believe it's enabled by default just in case, but I heard some people have some problems booting on that with those settings. Okay, let's go back. So it should be pretty straightforward. Something that we will need to do is put the image file onto a USB drive so we can boot with that. And so I downloaded a little program called UNetBootin Wind, and it's actually put out by, I think, an independent group. But essentially what it does is if you want to, you run it and start it and get this little window. And if you don't have it downloaded, you can select what version of Linux you want and then select the version. So for example, if we wanted to, we could go down here to Ubuntu and select the 14.04 live, and it would download it and put it onto an image. But since we already have an image installed, we can just use disk image right here, and it's in an ISO format, so we can just go select where that's located, and that's on the desktop in the Ubuntu folder. And I'm going to be using the 64-bit because I was looking up on this laptop. It has a Intel Centrino Pro, which is supposed to support 64-bit architecture, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. So just press OK. There's nothing else that you need to select. Oh, you need to make sure that's on your USB drive, of course. And this will erase everything whenever you load an image onto a USB drive. It will erase everything that's on the image. So I just previously made a USB backup, and I put everything that was on my USB into that folder, so that way after I can put it all back onto my flash drive. So this is gonna go ahead and essentially put all the information onto the USB flash drive. It's on USB 3.0, so it really shouldn't take too long. At some points on the installation and the virtual machine, it might take a little bit longer, so I'll just maybe tell you to like skip ahead until it looks like the screen moves. This is gonna be hopefully posted onto YouTube. Hopefully it won't be longer than, like, I don't know, 20 to 30 minutes of actual watching. And we have some music in the background that can be entertaining as well, right? Meanwhile, I can just go ahead and open up VirtualBox. So while we're waiting for that to get burned out onto there, yeah, okay, well, it's already done. Select the reboot now. So if I was installing this on the current machine that I'm on, that I'm recording on, then I would go ahead and let me turn off my little Twitch chat in between there, see the whole screen better. Then I would just go ahead and reboot now. However, I'm not going to install it onto my desktop. I'm going to install it onto the laptop. So there, that's the boot drive part. You take your USB drive out. Hear a little sound that comes out. You plug it into your laptop, and then you get to your boot menu. Depending on the laptop, the key that you press during startup is different for every laptop. But we're going to be doing it in a VirtualBox, so we're going to go ahead and create new here. Let's go ahead and name it. I don't even know. What is this? Business 355 Ubuntu. Oh, and it knows just by me talking and saying Ubuntu. That's kind of nifty. Never experienced that before. Okay. Memory size. So the more you put, the better. I think I have 16 gigs on this machine, so I'm just going to go ahead and allocate 8. But let me see how much 8 gigs actually is. So exact number. Okay. 1024 megabytes, so let's multiply that by 8. And get my calculator out. 10